got you.
All right, everybody. To introduce my dad on his 80th birthday, please welcome legendary Phillies public address announcer, Dan Baker.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania's #1 Phillies fan, celebrating his 80th birthday, the Honorable Joe Weisberg.
Hey, Dan, I really appreciate this.
Yay!
We're glad to be
There's
with
Rick
you.
and Claudia.
Yeah. This is very nice of you to do this.
Oh, it's my honor. I'm down here with my wife and daughter and son-in-law and grandson in Cape May for the day. But I would not miss this for the world.
That's really, really, very nice of you to do this. I'm hoping that Larry's going to be able to get opening day tickets for Philadelphia and for me to come up and see you. Are you going to be there?
Absolutely.
Great.
I missed all of last year because of some personal health issues, as you may know.
I know.
After a long recuperation, the doctors are very optimistic that I will be resuming Phillies PA announcing on April 1st of this year, opening day.
Wow, that's wonderful.
You certainly sound like
You
yourself.
sound great. Yeah.
I'm a little bit short of perfect, but I'll be there with bells on.
That's great. Well, it's up to Larry whether he can get the tickets or not.
We'll have to hear
I'm
it.
ready to fly up.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
I just got an email.
You
about
have such a great family.
The surprise is over because Yuss.
Dan, thank you so much for coming on. We know you want to be with your family, but I really appreciate your carving time out of your day to do this for my dad.
You're welcome, David. And
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Joe-
Thank you, Dan.
thank you. Joe, I love you.
I love you too, and I hope to see you really soon. You're a good friend, Dan.
80th birthday, my dear friend.
Thank you.
We're not kicking you out. You're welcome to stay as long as you want, but you don't have to feel obligated. If you have
Hop back
other
in
things
later
to
if you
do.
want.
I'm going to bow out now if it's okay with you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Dan.
Dan Baker, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you.
You sound great.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Love you.
Love you too.
Wow.
We all love you.
Announcer, Dan Baker.
We love you.
Dan Baker.
My goodness.
I have to say, I think I underestimated the extent of the Dan Baker relationship.
It's
prior-
great.
prior
He's
to
such
this
a great
call.
guy.
Oh,
He
he's
is
a
such a
wonderful
great
man.
guy.
Yeah.
He's such a good friend.
Well, welcome everybody to the 80th birthday party for my dad, Joel Weisberg,
Your dad.
and my brother's dad, Joel Weisberg. And we will also note that our uncle Harvey Hanfinger is turning 80 days for.
Wow.
Yes, we were in the same nursery at the same time.
Yes.
Wow.
Nursery.
Happy birthdays.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Harvey.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
Does everybody know everybody? Probably not.
David, why don't we?
I don't know anybody.
Yeah, who are these people?
Is there a little
The
table?
the other one, that's going
I
to get the
think
long.
everyone knows everyone else, but I'll just go on my screen. Uncle Harvey and Sis, you're at home in Georgia.
Yes.
On my screen, Cutter Weisberg, my son Cutter. Aaron looks more like our dog Nora, our son Aaron. And Allison Sproles in Philadelphia.
Yay.
Honey, I'm with Gary.
Granddaughter extraordinaire Hannah Weisberg, also in Philadelphia.
Yay.
Didn't Dan be doing this?
Yeah. You didn't give him a list of all of our names?
He doesn't love everybody else.
But I live in Philadelphia.
Randy and Sherry Gorak in Valley Forge. Yes.
Yay.
Hi, everybody.
I'm actually in Jersey.
Mike and Diane Sand, are you at home?
Yay.
Husband Mike and Diane Sand, and also Dad's old friend from law school, and also the person who set up my parents. So, Very special spot. Our cousin Amy Handfinger from San Diego.
Yay!
In honor of birthday boy Harvey Handfinger. And
Larry videos.
who else is on?
Lexi.
Lexi's on, Lexi's on.
Becky.
Lexi's on.
And Rick and Claudia. Rick and Claudia.
And sister-in-law in Philadelphia, right?
And
Yes.
and my fiance,
Hello.
Dr. Aileen
Hi,
Bliss.
Aileen.
Hello.
Eileen's here.
Oh, there she is.
And Zadie and Jill.
And Zayde and Jill, the man of the hour. He was
Yay.
introduced. There are going to be two primary activities that are going to happen over the next 2 hours.
2 hours?
I hope everybody printed out copies of their game sheet. Does everybody have copies of their game sheet?
I'm drawing it right now.
So Jill is going to get one, and Aileen is going to get one. Dad, you can,
Myself.
well, you can cook when you want to cook too,
Hold on,
Dad.
this is Gary. Did everyone meet Gary?
Oh, this is Gary. So Dad is not going to, so there's going to be this game, and it will be interspersed
Aileen.
with special video messages from other special guests. But during the game, you'll have an opportunity to make comments or tell stories as well. And so the way the game works is everybody has a game sheet, which just has Dad's head and the top of his torso.
I drew some pants on him.
Okay, well, that was premature.
That's cheating.
The goal of the game, is
It's not
to,
on the list.
so the goal of the game is to draw a picture of my dad. But in order to, these are all the elements that you need to draw the picture. There's 16 different things you can draw. You're gonna have about 25 opportunities in which you might get to choose one of those things to draw if you match or can answer a trivia question. Choose wisely in the order that you want to draw, because you might end up with like only 5 things, and that will be the most represent. So whoever has the best picture of my dad at the end, in his judgment, will be the winner. So I'm going to choose 1 or 2 things randomly to start.
Redid it.
The first is number 16 on the list. Number 16 on the list. Now I got to find the list.
I'm glad I don't have to play because I might not know the answers.
Number 16 on the list. If you've ever been with my dad in a hospital, for any reason, if you've been with him in a hospital, you can draw one of those things now.
Great. I'm gonna draw the legs.
I was very.
No. Anytime.
If anyone has a story that they want to tell about being with him in a hospital, that is certainly welcome. But if
Don't you
wanna
remember it
avoid that-
well?
Screen so I can see what your eyes look like.
Amy, is there one that you want to share?
No, I just am imagining my father remembers that moment well. That's
Oh,
all.
okay. He's gonna get
Being
another
babies.
shot. He's gonna get another shot at that as well, that only he is available to match. So the other one is number 10 that we're gonna do now.
You want something to lean on?
If you've ever flown in a plane where my dad was the pilot, if you've ever flown in a plane where my dad was the pilot, you can draw one now.
But not too many people who fit in that category.
No, and if anybody has a story from that, you're certainly welcome to share it.
Uh-oh, David's gonna tell a story about being in the plane.
I'll just tell. one,
understand these
which is
numbers.
If
Laura,
mom,
you can,
What is
Don't,
that?
don't worry about it.
Okay,
It's one of
I'm
these.
confused.
Uncle Larry trained
Don't
off. Oh my God.
Don't worry about it.
if mom ever knew that you did exercises with me up in the plane where you would turn off the engine and purposely stall the plane to make sure that you could start it again, I think she would have killed you.
I'll say if mom ever knew that you did that, she would have been so upset that she would have peed in a bag in the back of the plane. As famously happened on a trip to Syracuse.
She actually did that
Yes.
once.
All right, Larry, do you want to share a video?
Yeah, let's share a
Is
video.
it a video of Bubby peeing in a bag?
We have a number of,
Virtually no pictures of
Larry,
that.
how many? We have about 25 video greetings for Dad.
special guests. We have 18 special guests.
Oh,
Oh, I guess.
From this very spot, Joel, you would say the blessings before the Aliyah, and after you said your own Hebrew name, you would say your father's Hebrew name. Tzvi Aryeh. And somehow, as I'm standing here now, I can still hear the way in which you would say your father's name with such reverence, with such respect, with such love. And though I never met him, I have to imagine that some of the qualities that I discern in you, that I have experienced through you, of steadfastness, of strength, of reliability, of humor, of passion, of conviction, that those qualities must have some connection to your parents, to the values with which you were raised. And so as you reach this milestone birthday of 80, it's unbelievable to me that you're 80. Thank God. I hope that you can feel that strong connection to your roots, to your parents, to your ancestors, to your extended family, and see through your sons and your families and your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, just how those values are being transmitted from one generation to another. You're a man of faith. You're an Eagles fan. And I want to just say that you are a remarkable man, and you with Nancy and now with Jill by your side have built a tremendous family that brings a lot of light and love into the world. May God bless you with good health. May you continue to shep nachas from your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. May there be more and more and more. And, may you continue to do good work. And God bless you and happy birthday. Mazel tov.
There we go. Rabbi Ramirov, everybody. Oh, I have to stop and share it.
That was beautiful.
That was lovely.
What a great guy.
That was
What a
lovely.
great guy.
Rabbi Ramirov, everybody. All right, Larry, should we go to another question?
Sure, unless
And then we'll
anybody.
do another video.
Unless
Okay,
we have-
question number, does anyone want to show off your picture so far? Has anybody drawn anything yet?
Zero. Oh, I have nothing.
Okay, we got a leg. Good. We got a Philly shirt, I see. And we got an eye and a beard. Okay, question number 21. If you've ever attended a rock concert with my dad.
Oh, my God.
You,
Yeah.
Hannah, you most definitely have.
Yes.
Exit 43 would count then, right?
It's up to you.
Then you have.
Larry,
Yes.
Larry, you certainly
That's
have.
right.
Well, I know, but
That was for me.
Yes, I have.
Becca was at an Exit 43
I
concert.
think,
That
yeah,
counts.
yeah.
That counts.
That's like.
It counts, it's a rock concert.
We saw Allison sing.
Yes,
Okay.
David, Jay-Z at the World Series would count, right?
Jay-Z at the World Series.
That counts.
Spelling counts.
Hannah, do you want to say what rock concert you attended with your Zayde?
Well, it wasn't.
I'm gonna draw his.
It wasn't rock. We went to Barry Manilow together.
No. Okay, so when we went to Tanglewood, Hannah, we went to
It was
Tanglewood.
called Quadrophenia.
That was a rock concert. Down
That's what I
in
was
front.
thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Down in front.
We
Yeah.
saw Quadrophenia with Pete Townsend and Billy Idol with Zayde, and Zayde notably screamed. What,
Down in
Allison?
front.
Down in front.
And everyone cheered.
Everybody, nobody else had the guts to say it, all those people standing up.
We got much applause.
All right, Larry, you want to share another video?
The old man at the rock concert.
Hi, Shoshana.
Sure, we'll share another video.
Sure.
Video.
We got a lot to cover. And of course, anybody can feel welcome to chime in with birthday greetings at any time.
Happy birthday, Zayde.
And we have Rabbi Muraf again,
Again.
everybody.
Dad, ready?
It was so
Yeah.
good. We want to hear it again.
Joel, happy 80th birthday. I can't believe you're 80. I'm only 39. Only kidding. This isn't for the faint of heart. I'm not that far behind you. I'll never forget our epic struggle for the 104th district in 1980. It was memorable because, in my mind, it was the way campaigns should have been run and should be run. You were a cordial opponent. We debated the issues, and I hope I was as cordial to you as you were to me. I'll never forget the election night phone call that you made conceding victory. It's something I found in my experience to be very, very rare in the political system that we have. I want to wish you the very best. I hope you're surrounded today by your family and friends, and I wish you a very, very happy birthday on this, your 80th celebration. Mazel tov and best wishes. God bless you, my friend.
Unbelievable.
All right, everybody.
He,
Guys,
he really looks good.
my father's opponent in the 1980 run for state legislature is
He
Jeff
really is only
Picola.
38.
He looks young. He really looks good.
He was very happy to do that.
He's a nice guy. He's a terrible legislator, but a nice guy. We always got along.
There's a Phillies tie-in to Jeff Picola, which was at one of the very first fundraisers for that ill-fated campaign. It was on the very first game of the World Series. So I had to stay in some random person's basement watching game one of the 1980 World Series.
Yes.
This fundraiser was going on.
Yes.
And,
all right, question number 17.
Actually, it was Jeff Foreman's bar.
Jeff Foreman's bar? Okay.
Yeah, it was in somebody's house.
That was in somebody's basement.
This was in somebody's house.
That was in somebody's basement because
Yes.
one of the World Series games, we were at Jeff Foreman's bar for a fundraiser.
All right, question number 17. If you have ever been with him for any reason in a court of law, you can draw a...
Yay, we can draw some. Finally.
If I've ever been in a court of law.
With Zayde.
Oh, with
Zayde.
Zayde.
For any reason.
Yes.
What do we want to draw?
Draw the beard.
Draw the beard.
Lady bailed me out for murder.
I was on jury duty, but Zayde wasn't there.
Aaron was there.
He introduced you to the bar.
They're in spirit.
Yes,
I moved her admission before the state Supreme Court. It was
exactly.
a great pleasure of mine.
Oh, thank you.
It was a great pleasure of ours.
Yes, I was thrilled. And your name is prominently displayed on my bar certificate.
And
it's on my wall in my office. And I think about
Bubby
you
came with us,
all the time.
didn't she? Wasn't Bubby there?
She was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bobby Naomi?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And I think Ellie was there.
Ellie was there.
And Lois and Howard.
Yep.
Yeah, clearly they were there.
Hi, Shoshi.
I had a whole cheering section.
Yes, that was neat.
Bobby was very proud.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, baby girl.
Hey.
This actually just woke up. How sweet.
Oh. All right, Larry, do you want to show another one?
Sure.
Okay. The hits keep coming.
Now, I can't imagine who's going to be next. I've been shocked several times already. Muraf, I would have been surprised if you didn't have, frankly. But the others, I've been shocked.
I hope Obama's next.
Hello, it's the big time here. Your former president, Donald J. Trump, where the J is for genius. You know, I'm the only president to be impeached twice and twice acquitted. What I call the greatest witch hunt in the history of our country. Worse than, the actual one in Salem. But I am here, now in Mar-a-Lago, where the neighbors are nasty, but the weather is great and the Diet Coke is greater. And I am here with a very, very special announcement for Joel. Hello, Joel. Donald J. Trump here. Your former president. You may know me. I just don't know anymore. I don't have the Twitter, so I don't know if people remember who I am. Anyway, I am here on behalf of your son, Larry, who you know, and he got a message to me asking if I could do him a huge favor, a tremendous favor, and wish you a happy birthday. And I said yes. I promised him that I would, mostly because, well, I don't have much else to do with my time anymore. And like all of my promises, like building the wall, I am here to wish you a happy 80th birthday for February 28. I hear you're having a Zoom party with your family and your friends for your birthday. Now that you live now in Tampa. Great place, that Tampa. Don't I have a Trump Tower there? Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Joe, as a super fan of mine, I just know that you can't wait for 4 more years' time until I am back being a president again, where we will make America great again. Yeah, we'll be using the old slogan, but we're putting another again at the end just so it's cheaper to embroider the thousands and thousands of hats we already had made up. And Joe, as a super fan of mine, why are you interrupting me? What? What are you saying? He's not a super fan of mine? You're not a super fan of mine? What are you saying? He hates me with a passion. Oh, nasty. Nasty. Well, but that's fine. That's fine. I get it. I can take it. You're one of the very, very small few who don't like me. That's okay. That's okay. I can handle that with my huge hands. Look at them. They're massive. But, Joe, you know, I did make a promise to Larry, and I will keep it. So know this, Joe. Know this. No one, I said no one, in the history of wishing a happy birthday has ever and will ever wish you a happy birthday better than me. I'm the greatest. You better believe it. So are you ready for it? I'm about to give it to you good. Better than anyone else has before. Here it comes. Brace yourself. Happy birthday, Joe. Oh, Joe, it's amazing. It's terrific. It's tremendous. But enough about me and how great I am at wishing a happy birthday. And even though you're not a super fan, I tell you what, next time you're at Trump Tower, you can have a Trump steak on me.
There you go.
Boo. Boo.
All right, we'll move quickly to question number 2. Question number 2, if you have ever smoked or vaped pot with my father in any form, you can draw a piece of the body right now.
Hopefully that's nobody.
Who's?
Okay. Who has one here?
Who has?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Allison had
That
it.
same concert that we were just talking about.
Yes. You were passing around. Yes.
Diane, I see you drawing.
It was a babe.
All right, we'll do one more. Let me pick another random one.
Forgot. I didn't draw anything because I accidentally drew 2 legs last time. So.
Okay, number 18. If you've ever had a Passover Seder with him, you can draw a part of the body right now.
One for each Seder?
No, you'd be done.
I say there.
Trying to think if there's anybody on who has it.
Many are at the Win for the whole Gorak family.
Those were incredible.
Those were enormous staters.
Those were incredible.
Oh, it's 2.
Josh, be careful.
Good. All right, Lara, you ready for another video?
Sure.
Maybe a shorter one this time.
What are you doing?
Big, round, wide.
That was hilarious.
All right.
Let's see who's next.
Good. Wish you a very, very, very
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Trump and then Al Gore.
Al Gore now.
That was short.
Let's do one more because that was very short.
Because it didn't come through very well.
the good.
Make it nice.
Very, very, very happy birthday.
The real Al Gore.
That's the real
That's
Al
the
Gore.
real Al Gore.
Al Gore, ladies and gentlemen. Should I run one more?
Let's
One
run
more
one
time.
more.
I never met
That
Al
is Al
Gore.
Gore.
Yeah, it's a different
That is
story.
Al Gore.
This is my first introduction.
Where is it?
That's it. Not the-
Hi, Joel. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Year.
oh.
How wonderful. If my math is correct, I've known you for almost half that time. And it's
Yes.
a joy and a pleasure to know you and your family. So, Mazel Tov on turning 80. And may God continue to bless you with much joy and happiness and good health. I love you and I miss you. Bye-bye.
Oh,
That's very
That's
sweet.
my
So
former
sweet.
next door neighbor.
So sweet.
Okay, so this next one is a trivia question. So just, write down your answer quickly, and then you'll see if it matches the right answer, and then you'll be able to draw something. If you know where my father was stationed in Vietnam,
Ready to go swimming?
if you know where he was stationed in Vietnam,
Well, you don't have to spell it.
you don't even have to write it down. It just, we'll say if you know it.
Oh,
Dad, you want to let everyone know where, is everyone ready?
yes.
Well,
Yes. Wait.
What do you want me to?
Pass.
Okay, go ahead,
Where I was stationed?
Yeah.
In the ancient imperial capital of Wei.
Way.
U-E.
Vietnam.
If you had whey, or curds, if you had either curds or whey,
I had oatmeal.
All right, I can do this.
you can draw. Anyone want to show us an updated version of your picture?
I'm sure, Donnie.
I did.
Look at that.
Wow.
Good. Hannah's is very good.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is good because it's got a beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't get to my beard yet.
One shoe and a beard.
All right, Larry, you got something else for us?
We did listen to tapes from Wayne at Florence
Yes.
and Burgess.
We have some ones that were sent to my dad in Way, like when David was born, and Zayde Charlie's like, David, you can do it better than
Yes.
anyone.
Yussie, you got the beautiful boy. He's sleeping.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
That's nice.
It's Zayde. All right, Larry, you got something for us?
No, she was sad.
Well, we got.
Happy birthday, Joel. 80 years. What a wonderful accomplishment. In addition to the many other accomplishments throughout your life, it's been a pleasure to call you a friend as well as a co-worker, and really enjoyed my time with you and hope to see you soon and possibly to a Phillies game or maybe even an Eagles game sometime, either here or in sunny Florida. So again, happy 80th birthday and enjoy it.
Who's that?
Those who don't, that's Larry's law partner.
All right, so question number 14. This actually came up today in conversation. If you ever rode in Zayde's convertible, you can draw a part of the body now. And if you want to tell a story about it, you can do that as well.
We saw an EOS today, which reminded me of the convertible.
All right, I will tell a convertible story, which is when we went. So I didn't usually have to ride in the back, which was good on the turnpike. But well, we went to the Phillies game at the Washington Nationals, and it was about 100 degrees, and we sat in the sun, the baking sun, the whole game. And it was time to go back to the car, and we were dying to get in the air conditioning. And we got back to the car, and I'm like, oh boy, let's put on the air conditioning.
What you want?
We were told, no, it's good. We could get, we'll get a breeze. So we sat in the baking sun for 100 degrees out on the highway in Washington for about 40 minutes till we could get out of Washington.
I thought everybody would love the convertible. What did I know?
You loved the convertible.
I did love the
important. You loved the convertible. And Jill told us that on their second date, he pulled up in that convertible. And it was a very smooth move.
She knew. That's when she knew.
He's a smooth operator.
That's the one.
It's a cool looking car.
That was a great
Very
looking car.
cool.
Right. Just not very pleasant to ride in the back of. Right, Cutter?
Very
Very unpleasant. Sorry.
Something I never did.
All right, Larry.
All right, ready? You have a very special guest coming up. Hold on. All right, here's a very special guest.
Hello, Joel. Unbelievable. Happy birthday, brother. Turning 80 years. Wow, that's unbelievable. I actually last year, turned 70. And I got to tell you, with this coronavirus that's been going around, it really kind of makes you realize how much your family really means to you. I'm sure you've known that already for sure. But by the way, this was booked by your boy Larry, and wish I could be there for the birthday. I understand you guys are going to have a Zoom a call there. Hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. But anyway, being a huge Philly fans, and I've had a lot of different requests. Every time I think of the Phillies, can't help but to think of Joe Morgan and obviously Richie Allen. It's just unbelievable how we lose our different friends, family members, and also athletes. And I say athletes too because they kind of really hit home when you rooting for them all these particular years. But back there, and I remember, the Wheeze kids, they called us, pardon me, and that was back with Tony Perez, or Wheeze kids. Sorry about that. Tony Perez, along with Pete Rose, Joe Morgan. I got to tell you, out of all the clubs that I've played on, obviously the most talent, the most Hall of Famers. But that year was such a fun time, even though we didn't really show up in the World Series. It was just a great time. And personally for me, the first time to be in the World Series and be in I understand the passion of the Philadelphia fans, not only in baseball, but all the other sports. One of my other friends, and Charles Barkley, we talk about that passionate, and it's good. Why should these guys go out and have a nice dinner if they're not, doing well, missing free throws, losing games, striking out, team not winning? Hey, you want to go somewhere and eat? Maybe you should take takeout. I love that because the Philadelphia fans, they're going to let you know if you're not doing the job on the field, you're not going to have a good time, and especially eating off the field. Anyway, I got to tell you, this has been really, really great. Thanks for really reaching out. Joel, have a happy 80th birthday, many more. I'm hoping to get to that same stage. Gosh, Larry's going to be there. I'm just hoping they make sure that you have your favorite foods there and everything that you need and so on that you want. Hope to see you at the ballpark sometime during the course of the year, this year, and if not, God willing, the next year. Anyway, happy birthday, many, many more. They call me the Sarge. All righty, bye.
All right.
How'd you pull that one off?
Gary Sarge Matthews.
Wow.
Gary Matthews of the
They call you out.
MVP
Wow.
of the 1983 League Championship Series.
Yes.
With
All right, question number 15. If you've ever voted for him in an election of any kind, if you've ever had the opportunity to vote for him in an election.
Oh, I have.
I wrote him in for the.
I wrote him in.
Yes,
Damn it.
anytime.
Even if you wrote him in a recent election, if you've ever voted for him in an election,
How about
you
the
get to draw part of his body right now. Maybe a statewide judicial election, who knows?
condo board?
Condo board, any kind of election.
Yep, that's what I got.
I have a special Phillies fan here.
Oh!
See it.
Yeah.
I'm wishing you a happy 80th birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is sweet. That's
I am absolutely certain. I am certain I went to my first Phillies game with him.
Yeah.
There's no question
Oh,
about
I'm
that.
sure.
No question.
Larry
about
tried
that.
to buy a video with him from Cameo, but it was very expensive.
I'm gonna cry. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Very,
very, very
nice.
nice.
Randy, we have Becca's and for the dog Thor here and stuff and Cutter. And if the dogs see it, they go nuts. They're scared to death of the cutout.
All right,
He
question
saw
number-
every Phillies game last year.
Yeah.
He was there for every one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Question number 7. We'll go to, if not a lot of people are going to get this one. If you've ever seen him without a beard, if you've ever seen him without a beard in real life,
Well, Mike and Diane certainly. have.
yeah, if you've ever seen him without a beard in real life,
It's too late. I already drew
You
it.
guys have. You guys have. You have.
and Sis has.
Yeah, lots of people actually have.
Yes, I have.
You're getting on.
Yeah.
That's
lots
not my
of
real
people
My
one.
dad in the nursery.
This is my real one.
So if you do an eye, you have to have two answers to get
So
two
she-
eyes.
You can't
No.
have full baby.
I
It's
did mine
full.
all wrong.
Okay.
One eye.
We got one eye, yes.
All right.
I have literally one eye. That's all I've got.
You can go out. Jump
He's a
in the puddle.
cyclops.
I don't have the.
He's a cyclops.
Oh, I
It's a hard game. All right, Larry, do you want to pull another one up?
You say hi to everyone before you
Mommy.
leave out the door. Go out, mommy.
Hi, baby girl.
Hi.
Well, let's say hi to Jennifer.
Okay. She's gonna go jump in some puddles.
As long as she's here, let's everyone say hi to Shirley.
Hi.
She's so big.
She's sleepy.
She was crying.
Oh, love you.
No
I love you,
tears.
little girl.
Oh.
That's so kind of him.
Gosh, you want blood kisses?
Miss you.
Thank you. You want to say happy birthday? Can you say happy birthday, Miss
Yeah,
ADS?
can you say happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. She was wearing a piece of cake shirt for your birthday. Are you gonna go jump in the puddles? Okay.
Hi, little girl. I love you.
Oh,
She'll be back. She'll be back before we're done.
Good.
Okay.
Joshi, this way.
Go to front door.
I got this spotlight on Allison, which I'm sure she doesn't need.
Can you take me off the big screen?
No, keep it on the whole time.
Hey, we want to see you. Hey,
Oh.
your hair looks
Spotlight
great.
off.
Your
Just
hair.
change it to gallery view.
I
Okay.
just turned out to go back to gallery view. All right,
Okay.
Larry, you want to share a video?
Sure.
Joshi, you can't go in the pool, baby. It's too cold.
I'm excited to see who's next.
Oh, my.
Jimmy Rollins.
Happy birthday.
How did you get Melissa?
That's wonderful.
You know, it's a little weird that I consider you such a dear friend to me. Seeing as how we very quickly met and had the whole Standing Rock experience. That event is definitely memorable, but what impressed me about you almost immediately was just your integrity and your determination to help. Usually when the call is sent out for, potentially putting your body in harm's way, it's normally left to the whippersnappers. But you, I'm not calling you old, but I'm just saying that you had this presence about you that emanated, and I took a hold of, and I hope to exemplify for the rest of my life. And that was the attitude of I can, and therefore I will. And not only have I learned from you, from your experience and your wherewithal, just who you are, I'm sure has been manifested throughout your life. And I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to have a glimpse at that. And it was very impressionable. And I wish you the very, very best with you and your family, and all the love and blessings and happiness I can possibly convey.
Oh,
Beautiful. Very nice.
I don't know how you guys pulled
Jeff,
some
you
of
want
this
to
stuff
explain to
off.
everybody who Melissa Martin is?
The two of us were co-counsel for the military invasion of Standing Rock during the protests in North Dakota. The two of us were at the tribal council at the time that the word came down that Obama had stopped the building of the pipeline. And what a joyous time we had at the reservation with everybody when that happened. And very shortly thereafter, there was a huge, I mean, huge snowfall and storm, and hundreds of us were trapped in a gym on the reservation for several days before we could get out. But she was just delightful to work with. She had been a Marine Corps lawyer for a number of years, and until recently, we live on the Gulf Coast. She lived on the Atlantic coast here in Florida near the Cape. And we stopped and saw her when we went to see a launch at the Cape at one time. She's now moved out west. She's living in Oregon now.
All
what a
right.
cool tribute that was. I mean, how meaningful and
Yeah.
It was, you know, obviously I know her, and that really says something to me coming from her.
oh yeah, and you know, to take such I mean, it just was resonated a lot. And it's clear how much she respected you and appreciated you doing that.
And again, I know her from that and have so much respect for her and for what she's done. It really made me feel wonderful.
All right, number 20. If he's ever carried you, you can draw a picture.
And live tell the tale.
I think he has carried me.
I would guess he has. I guess he's carried
He's carried me
Antis
within the last
too.
like 5 years, I think.
I have a story.
You have a story?
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if you remember when it was in about 6 years ago. I was in the basement and I fell on a step and broke my knee.
Oh.
And it was like god awful painful. And Joel tried to pick me up, did a terrible job, and I just screamed, and he put me down. That was the one time he picked me up.
They carried you. They carried you. Does anyone want to show your updated picture?
Hold
What do you
on,
got?
hold on.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Wow.
Nobody can see
Wow, glasses.
Very nice.
I would observe that, I don't know if this is literal, but I think figuratively he's been carrying all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Isn't that sweet?
Certainly does.
Applause. All right, Larry, you got another video?
Sure.
I don't know where you got some. It's unbelievable.
Melissa Martin, you can get a video from her on Cameo for $25.
Wait a minute, something's not working.
Uh-oh. Should we do another question?
No, I'll get it.
Should have had like a practice run before this.
There we go.
Yeah, we had several practice
Well, we
runs.
practiced this like 3 times, and then it wasn't working 15 minutes before we were getting
All right,
on.
I can see.
Oh, it's Jim
I
and
can
Miriam.
see people.
Hi, Jim
Yes.
and Miriam.
Now, he would do that to me. He would wear a Yankee shirt. He would do that.
Before I play this, who are these people? Because all I can put was Bumgarner Yankee fans.
They are our friends from Mount Joy, Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Joel.
Yeah, we're not playing baseball, but we're ready for it.
And we're going to see some Double-A Yankees this year when they play in Harrisburg or in Reading. The Yankees.
Yeah, I know.
I leave with the red hat on for you.
We're not silly people. Happy birthday.
I have to tell you, one of the ways that I got a lot of these people is I found old emails from my dad and just took everyone who was on the CC, like everyone else who we sent the email to. And I just emailed them and I said, I know you know my dad somehow. His birthday's
it's,
coming up. Will you record a video?
Andrew and Hudson are on.
Oh,
Hi.
Hey.
Hold on, we have new arrivals.
Hello, my babies.
Xander, Hudson, how are you?
Oh my.
You're good.
Good to see you.
That's good.
Before you go to the next one.
But I was saying, part of the way I got the videos is I went to your old emails that you sent me and other people, and I just copied the emails of everyone on the distribution list, and I invited them. And these people, they submitted a video yesterday, and Larry sent me a text and said, who are they? And I said, hell if I know.
Jim is a pitcher. And oh God, I'm trying to remember who he struck out in college. Very, very famous ball player, and I
Harry
can't.
Matthews?
No, I cannot remember the name at this point. But he had a tryout, I think, several times from Kansas City. Didn't quite make it.
All right, question number 8, if you're playing along, I think few people will get this.
Hold on, David.
Yes.
Hold on, because we got more people coming in. Let's just wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
Come in. I think Mandy might be coming in.
Oh, there's Murray.
Murray.
I don't see Mary. Where's Mary?
Hello.
I don't
Hello,
see
Murray.
We can see you, Mary.
Mary.
Hey, Murray.
Murray.
How we doing? Good. Your
He's
kids
in
are
his
at home
car.
by themselves.
He's in his Oasis car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Murray.
Nice looking car.
Yeah.
Pretty
fun car, I'll tell you that much.
What did you say, Xander?
That's what's Hudson.
That's me. I like the car.
So nice looking car.
Oh, hey, it's Murray.
Oh, God. What am I
All right, if you're playing along with the game, question number 8, few people will get this. If you attended my dad's bar mitzvah, you can draw a piece of the picture now.
I think I was there.
Whoa. These are tough.
Does anybody other than Aunt Sis get, Randy, were you at my dad's bar mitzvah?
No, I wasn't.
Were
My
you?
dad,
Your dad was. You were not born yet.
no, I was not born.
Okay. So Aunt Sis is the only person who are here, and Dad.
I was there.
Ostensibly, Dad was at his own bar mitzvah.
Where was it at?
Like you didn't meet him till college, right?
I was at a little synagogue in the middle of the block,
Right.
the 2000 block of South 4th Street. If you go to the Jewish Museum in Philly, you will find artifacts from that synagogue at the museum. I was looking at, we went and I was looking and I said, where exactly was the synagogue? And when they told me, I said, that's my bar mitzvah synagogue. There was a synagogue in almost every block in those days.
Really?
They're all closed, except for the one where I was bar mitzvahed.
Yeah.
It's still open and I'm a member.
Yeah. And it's still open because that's where you were bar mitzvah.
Correct.
So for another question, only one person will get to answer yes to 25.
Hold on.
If you've ever been married to Joel?
Mike said, when year did you meet my dad?
Is that the question?
No, Uncle Larry has a question. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes,
what year did you meet my dad? What was it, the first year of college or what?
Yeah, first year of college. I met him in
Yes,
60 years.
yes.
I met him 60 years. Yay, Joe. Yeah.
After the bar mitzvah.
All right, question number 25. Only one person will get this right.
Oh,
If you
it's
were a baby in the same hospital nursery where he was a baby, you can draw a picture.
Harvey.
Oh,
Hey, Daddy.
Uncle Harvey.
He kept me up all night.
I was gonna ask if there were any stories.
He just cried and cried and cried. All I remember.
Yeah, they said, "Hi, I'm a baby." Oh, I'm a baby too.
Well, you ring the bell and you try to get the nurse to come in and shut him up, but no way.
Hey, Dad, something
Yes.
just occurred to me.
What?
In a couple weeks, you're going to be married for 10 years, aren't you?
Yes, very soon.
Yes.
You just
Oh,
turned.
congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're gonna have another big Zoom party.
Be down for that one.
What does Xander say? I never think I'm going to get one.
one of
Can you
the.
answer one of them? All right, Larry, you want to show another video?
Well,
I
wait, in
don't-
fairness to Xander, he missed a bunch, so he could probably draw 5 of them for free.
Yes. Hey,
I
catch
don't
yourself up a little bit.
understand this.
Bunch of questions.
Hudson. I think it's Hudson, not Xander. I think he's disappointed because he wants to earn points, but he can't earn points for being in the same nursery as Uncle Yuss.
Nobody else can. Only one person can.
That's okay. That's
Larry,
you're not 80.
You're saying only one person can answer these questions.
Larry, do you want to show another video?
Yeah, these are going to be up. These are like 2 or 3 that could probably be played together.
Okay, and then I'll ask 2 questions.
All right. Well, there might be some comments or stories on these.
And then we might have another special guest coming.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday, Joel.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
It's been 6 years since we got together when you and Bob Nicholas hired me back in 1972. Great time. Hope you're all well and doing well down there. I'm ready to get my second COVID shot here in Delaware next Monday. So I guess you're getting ready, I hope, for the spring training there in Clearwater. We're certainly getting ready to get into our RV this spring and get on off. Once again, hope you all are well and happy birthday.
All right, before you show anybody else,
yeah,
so that people understand who John is. John was one of the first lawyers that we hired for consumer protection in Philadelphia. We have stayed friends. This, as he said, 1972. One of the last things I did before Jill and I moved here was have dinner with John.
Yeah.
That recently. I mean, we have really stayed close together through all of these years. A really, really great guy.
And Mike, you would have worked with him too, right?
That's right. I had the pleasure of working with him for 4 years, so I knew John and all the other lawyers. It was a great time.
And I'll tell you,
Yeah, Claudia knows John well.
and I know John too. We were at a party at one of my neighbors who went to high school with John, and we started talking. And I asked him what he did. He said consumer protection law. I said, "Oh, my cousin Joe Weisberg." He said, "You know Joe Weisberg?" It's a small world.
By the way, I'm gonna do this spontaneously. If you know John Kelly, you can draw a part of the body right now.
At our wedding,
This was fun.
I was talking to John, and Claudia, you walked up and said, "What are you doing here, John?"
I wish I knew John.
All right,
Larry, do you have another one ready?
let me play this one because Mike, I don't know who else knows this guy, but I'm sure Mike does.
Joel, hi. This is a voice.
Oh, jeez.
1971 to 73 at the Bureau of Consumer Protection with you. I really valued our relationship back then. I want you to know I considered you my mentor. I never told you that, but you helped me to make a lot of law over the years, and I am genuinely thankful. I want to wish you a happy 80th birthday, and I'm going to cut it off right now because I've tried 2 times before and I'm too long-winded. God bless.
Jeff Vernico.
Jeff, when I first started with the state, Jeff was working as a kind of an intern in the Attorney General's office, just out of law school. And technically, for a short while, he was my boss. And then when I took over the bureau statewide, he became my employee and was the attorney in charge of my Harrisburg office for a number of years until one of the lawyers who had some activity with us stole him away from us. And he went to work for him. Oh God, I cannot, a Harrisburg lawyer who you would remember, Larry, I just can't think of his name.
All right, we're gonna do 2 more.
Let me just say, Dad.
Yeah.
So this is how Jeff Ernico got on this birthday party. About 2 months ago, I get a letter. I got a new client who had a letter. He was getting threatened to be sued, and the letter was from Jeff Ernico. So I've been working with him for the last 2 months, and we were able to resolve our client's mutual issues. But we had a lot of discussions. The first time we talked, he's like, "You're Joel's son, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm his son." And I said, "Oh, you know what? By the way, if you want to make a video," so he made 2 videos that were about 3 minutes long, and he wasn't able to get them to me because they were too big. So that's why he cut that one off in 35 seconds.
Question number 19, if you've ever attended a Phillies game with my father.
Philly, yay! Hey.
We're gonna do 2 of these. Xander and Hudson, I'm not sure if you can say yes to this next one, but you can just decide that it's a yes if you want. Okay, everyone ready for the next one?
Go wait now, Joe. We were at the last game at the stadium together. That was not any game. That was the very last game the Phillies played there.
The last game at the vet.
Yeah, last game at the vet.
Oh, I thought you meant the Baker Bowl.
No, the vet.
And did they ring it out with a loss, probably?
I don't remember, but I know.
I don't remember either.
All right.
My dad and I were at the last Eagles game at the vet, which was a total disaster.
Oh, gee.
Losing to the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game, 27-10.
All right, yeah, around here, everybody's been talking about that game, but with the Buccaneers this year. And I keep saying around here, I was at that game rooting for the other team.
It was horrible.
Question number 1, if my father has ever yelled at you in a way that genuinely frightens you.
How many do we get for this one? How many can we draw?
Just one. There's a lot of people.
I don't believe it.
That's a false premise.
Believe me, there are a lot of people who can.
I'm glad you found good humor in that.
He's gonna yell at you for that.
Just don't go near the TV.
You know whose father yelled at me that genuinely scared me? Randy's.
Oh, banana.
The guy on the cutout scared the hell out of me.
Just
Yeah,
once.
he was just joking.
Just once.
Just once.
For real.
Why? What happened?
Well, when Amy and Mandy, this is an inside joke with us, but Amy and Mandy were about 4 and 6, and Dave and I were about 6 and 8, and we were at Thanksgiving, and there were some balloons that I think said Dole Banana on them, and we were bouncing up and down on these balloons, making a big racket. A Dole Banana is a great banana. We're singing the old commercial. And, just unabashedly making a big racket. And Uncle Howard comes down and looks at us and points a finger and says, "You listen to me. I'm telling you once, and I'm not going to say it again." And we were scared. Oh, we were scared to death. And he goes, "A Dole Banana is a great banana."
Great, because
I knew that saying, but I didn't realize what the story was behind it.
That was the story.
And you didn't react right away. You didn't know what to do.
I didn't know. We're scared to death.
I probably broke out in tears.
He never yelled at us for sure. And never did.
sounds like you, Dad.
I don't think you ever yelled at anybody.
All right, Larry, you want to show another video until hopefully we have a guest arriving shortly. All right, we have a guest. We have a guest.
All right, we have a guest. I'm admitting the doorbell has rang.
All right. This is a very, very special guest. Let's spotlight him.
Oh,
It's Vance Gilbert.
Hey, Vince.
Yay.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Joel.
Hey, Vince.
Happy birthday.
Gary's gonna be so mad he's missing this right now.
Can everybody hear me? You all set?
Yeah, yeah.
I was such a strange boy. 50 years or so back then. Fat with big thick old glasses. Had trouble making friends. Cruising through my neighborhood. Could easily have come to no good end. Till I stumbled into the workshops of old white men. Call your mother, you can stay. That's about all they'd ever say. Then they take the lid off of some old wooden box, and inside with lid gems made of string and spring, wood and glue. Right then and there, I'm sure I knew firsthand the raw ingredients of old white men. Old white men, get teary-eyed December 7th. Old white men, salute every flag they see. Old white men, didn't care how cool I couldn't be. A drop of glue will do to helping men. Put the cap on when you're through, said old white men. It was all ball peen hammers and calipers, dovetail joints and acetone, tubes and printed circuits, screws and spokes and wheels. The difference between truth and opinion. If you're old enough, be sure you vote. And never trust a woman wearing more than 3-inch heels. Oh, white men, living cross-cut chainsaw lives. Oh, white men, they don't talk back to their wives. Old white men, thanks to them, I can sharpen your kitchen knives with a stone. Sometimes when I'm alone, I wonder what became of old white men. Do they synchronize their watches as on and on time marches? Do the belts need extra notches as their waistlines grow big and round? I call their wives up often, and I carry their husbands' coffins as these gray hairs of my own chase me down. Over the years I outgrew my awkward situation. I went to college, I joined a cause, became the black man I never was. And over the years I learned to view old white men with suspicion. 'Cause I heard the world was run to ruin by old white men. Last Thursday I was hunched over my Briggs and Stratton mower, trying to adjust the carburetor when this kid come bending my ear. Always bugging me when I'm working. So I said, make yourself seem useful, son. Clean the carbon off that spark plug, wipe it down, and hand it here. Oh, white man, look me squarely in the eyes. Old white man, they look right past my skin. Oh, white man, I can hear them oh so clearly. Are you gonna just stand there with that sanding block, son? Make it so these pieces fit again.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Vance, thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Are you kidding me? My pleasure. It's anything for the vice bugs.
When are you going to be anywhere near St. Petersburg?
Florida?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. As soon as, when the world gets well, probably, I don't know, will it be before the end of this year? Maybe. But, I have to wait till I, get shot.
I understand. You're anywhere near here, we'll come see you for sure.
Well, you let me know, and the tickets are on me, because you're wise bugs.
I shall certainly let you know. I don't know whether I'll let you pay for the tickets, but we will be there.
It would be like decidedly my pleasure. It would be.
We shall clearly let you know. It's really appreciated.
Oh, that's my total pleasure. And maybe we could all arrange like a big coffee house trip to Panama.
Yeah, well, let's do that. There's a good one.
Hey.
Yes. You're down there, we're coming.
All right, sounds good.
Yes.
Anytime. Vance, Weisberg family loves you. Thank you so much.
All right, my pleasure, you guys.
Hey.
Go. Vance Gilbert.
Yeah,
That was great.
That's neat.
That was just wonderful.
Yeah.
He's the best.
For
those who don't know, Vance Gilbert, who is a very, very talented singer-songwriter, has become a very good friend of the Weisberg family.
We have seen him when he'd been around where we were and stopped in to see him perform. And of course, I've seen him with David a number of times before that. But Jill and I have gone to see him.
Phoenixville.
Yeah.
All right, Larry, do you want to show another video before we get to another question? Sure. It was so nice that you did that.
Yes.
It was really great.
It's the kind of guy he is.
Hey, that's Jeff Ernico.
Hi, Joel. Happy birthday. This is your friend from the cold north. Hoping you are having a fabulous time. I know you are. Living south, enjoying life. Happy, happy birthday, my dear friend of way too many years to count. We've been through a lot together, and I dearly miss your company and consult. I hope you're well and watching a lot of baseball. Love you, dear.
Love you, dear.
Oh, sweet. Lisa and I go back to my days with the Department of Community Affairs when I was chief counsel. She was an advisor to the secretary. We've been very, very close over the years. She just very recently lost her husband after a long struggle with cancer that he had. She dearly loved her husband, and she say very, very recently lost him. Unfortunately, it was COVID time and we were down here. When Nan passed away, somebody's supposed to sit with the individual until the funeral. And Lisa honored both of us by being one of those who sat with her for a period of time before the funeral. What a dear friend.
Question number 4. If you have ever traveled out of the country with him, anywhere out of the country.
Sure. Get to do it. I don't think so at all.
I don't know who's got, Hannah seems to be doing very
Hannah's
well.
doing great.
I'm all right.
Picture is good.
Larry.
Well, I definitely got this one, but I'm just not a very good artist.
Look at that.
Wow.
Hannah is.
Looking very good, Hannah.
Yeah.
I gotta get some hair on you though. You're looking bald on here.
No arms or legs. Not bad.
I told you I'm not an artist.
Larry, do you have a lot of videos to go?
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 6. There's a
Wow.
couple that are a little longer and a couple that are a little shorter.
Six more.
All right, so let's do number 9. This is a trivia question. So just get the answer in your head and then Dad will give the answer.
I hope I know it.
You do. If you know his middle name, the question is, what is my father's middle name? Get it into your head right now. Get it into your head right now, and then he'll give the answers.
No, I won't. My sister will because she thinks she knows.
I know.
Tell me when. Is everybody ready?
Harold.
He doesn't,
Right, you
have,
wanna
He
give the
doesn't
answer?
have a middle
he doesn't
name.
have one, right?
That's
But
right.
the answer is he doesn't have a middle name.
Doesn't have one.
He doesn't
I got worried for a minute because she's going like this, like
Aaron,
I know your middle name.
Aaron, that is
I
not the
know
correct answer, but it might fall. Aaron, you may have just
Dudley.
scored yourself a future point.
Aaron, you got an extra point for that one.
Aaron has scored himself a future point. Don't hold it up again, but you will. All
I didn't see it.
right, well, he has scored himself a future point. All right, Larry, you want to show us the
Dudley.
video?
So, yeah, I always felt that if my dad got a middle name, his initial should be E.
Well, one time there was an article in the newspaper and it said Joel E. Weisberg.
Jew.
Jew.
Goodness.
No,
All right,
I got
somebody
the
already
E.
took that, and I'm not gonna say her name.
Oh, I got the E.
Yes.
Yes,
I got the E.
you got
And
the
I
E.
never liked it until Frozen.
Frozen.
Oh.
And Elsa really would not have done very well for my middle name.
No, not
Very
at
nice,
all.
Hannah.
That's good, Hannah.
Great.
I don't know.
Wow.
Also very nice.
So everybody pay attention because this particular video will include the singing of Happy Birthday.
Ooh.
Okay.
I hope it's Lollipop and Lou.
Is this a very unusual video?
Are we
A
supposed
happy birthday to you and only you. A happy birthday from Lollipop and Loose. Hey.
Oh.
Damn. This is Coach Bidway, the Dragon Slayer. Minor footnote in that beautiful game, Joel. The call Survivor. For Joel Weisberg. Larry, love the video. Thanks, man. Great to connect with you like that. This is what Larry says. My dad, Joel, is turning 80 on February 28th. That is my son's birthday, my oldest son's birthday. It just gave me chills right there to see that. You are a Pisces. Not that that means anything, but we're having a Zoom party on the 27th. Some coach tips for continuing to live a long and healthy life would be great. I'm going to play Happy Birthday. And of course, a couple of Dragon Slayer moves are going to be thrown in there. First of all, Joel, what's up, man? Are you my main man? I freaking love it, man. So, without further ado, get the old trumpet out, and everybody's going to gather around. We're going to do it in the key of E flat. Weisberg family, please, with me, let's sing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Happy birthday to you.
Very nice.
Happy birthday.
My father passed away at 74. Very difficult for me. He was my best friend, hero, mentor. Everything rolled into one. But as he neared the end of his life, powerful things happened as he started setting. He'd always set his eyes on eternal life, but he started really focusing, as he called it, that imminent life force that was in the room with him as he's in hospice. Very powerful stuff. But I could see that you've already figured out the meaning of life. Number one, have a relationship with the creator of the universe. And number two, have that generational legacy, your DNA, and the blood that flows in your blood and your veins that goes through your children. You've figured it out, my man. I absolutely love it. Now, we have to make sure that we do not stagnate, okay? Because if we stagnate, we stop growing. We never want to stop growing. There's three parts that make us human. You know this. Spiritual, emotional and physical. Emotional and mental and physical. Those are the three things. We've got to make sure that we are in a path of enlightenment, a trajectory upwards to finish this race that we started and run it like we are going to win. That's what the Bible tells us to. Don't just run to run the race, but we run to win. And we all know those teams and those runners that start off hot, and then at the end they falter. We persevere. You know, it says, consider it all joy, my brothers and sisters, when you encounter various trials and tribulations. And the older that we get, usually the more trials and tribulations we come with those three things we talked about. But perseverance produces patience. Patience produces character. Character produces hope. My man, my hope for you is that you live another 2 decades. But however long it is, my man, that you absolutely bring life, light, joy, kindness, and love to everybody that you meet, from the bum on the street to all the people that are gathered there today to celebrate this Zoom party with you. Because it leaves a ripple effect long after our actions or our words occur. It leaves a huge ripple effect out there. As the Bible says, the tongue can either bless or they can curse. And today, my man Joel, I bless you, and we will go out there and slay 2021 together. A big namaste, guys.
All right.
How did you get here?
Some
I'm gonna
guy
say, you guys.
Well, some guy from Survivor.
Yeah, but how did you?
I don't understand that guy.
Well, what happened is that a month ago, Larry got an attorney letter, and the other attorney was this guy from Survivor. And then he said, "You're Joel's son, aren't you?" Larry, you're muted.
You've been muted that whole time.
I have connections.
What?
I said I have connections.
That's hard. That's a hard one to believe.
All right.
Well,
Here's
then,
question number 13. I know a number of people who
Well,
will be able to draw a body part because of this one. If he's ever bought you an Israel bond.
How many? How many can we do? I can finish it. I can finish it right now with how many.
No, Allison, you can't draw the part for 10 years.
But okay, so what about because I have 3 people on my team, Gary, and Shoshana. We all got bonds.
Well, you use your own judgment. If he's ever gotten you an Israel bond,
my judgment is to draw 3, but okay.
That's adorable.
All right, Larry, you ready to share something?
Sure.
Not a good artist.
Let's see, Allison.
I tried to draw. I tried to draw an arm with an elbow.
You'll show us afterwards.
All right, who we got now? Happy birthday, Zayde. Happy
birthday, Joe.
Oh, Pop.
Many more.
Was that Becca's sister?
Yeah.
All right.
My father-in-law and my sister-in-law.
Becca's sister.
And in order, you can in order, it was Chewy, the boy's newest dog, and then Shady, our oldest dog, and then Thor, the boy's first dog, and then Nora, who is Thor's mom, who is our dog, and then Nick, who is Becca's little toy dog.
All right, so here's
Toy dog.
two questions at once, questions 11 and 12. If you primarily call him Yuss, you can draw a body part now.
Yes.
Or if you've ever called him Studley, you can draw a body part.
How'd you guys do? You had a good time?
All right, so
You jumping puzzle?
since it came up,
You maybe jumping puddles?
the Studley story is this. When David and I were probably teenagers and we were in our most, annoyingest, most state, we decided that we would figure out something we could do to get my dad annoyed. So we decided that we would call him, instead of calling him Dad, we would call him Studley. We would do that until he was visibly annoyed. And David
It didn't take very long.
for how long it lasted until he was visibly annoyed. One time,
I said it didn't take very long.
yes.
You're on some ideas here.
Oh, it's so funny.
If you primarily call him Yuss, you can draw a body part, or if you've ever called him Studley, as Aaron did about 2 minutes ago, when he held it up.
Aaron's now out of the will.
Ideas.
Aaron's gone.
Ideas, but it's how to annoy my dad, not how to annoy me.
All right, Larry, you got something else?
Yeah, I can run one.
Because I've got 4 questions left. Five.
There's 4 more videos.
So bad.
Okay, I'm not the only bad artist.
All right, Dad, pay attention. This one's not real long, but it's a blast from the past as well.
Happy birthday, Joel Weisberg. This is coming to you from Wayne Asper in Rehoboth Beach from the King and I hope you're having a wonderful time. Happy birthday.
Yeah, the king is ill, very ill.
Who was he?
He's been ill for many months.
Who was he in The King and I?
He was one of the guards, along priests, along with Zayde.
I think he was one of the extras along with my dad and me.
Dad and I.
My dad and I, yes.
And I.
David was actually in the show. This was like 1980, 81. David was actually in the show because he had some talent. And my dad and I were sitting waiting to pick him up to go home. And they were like begging for people to be in the show. And so we volunteered and we were in the show, The King and I, with that was one of our co-stars, Wayne.
Wayne Asper.
I got it.
Mike saw it.
Saw you.
Yeah.
Larry actually had a speaking part or two. I did not. But my favorite story from the show is there was a scene break in the show. They needed 2 people as monks to cross the stage humming. And they said, the 2 of us should be the monks, Larry and I, should be the monks, we should cross the stage humming. And we said, we can't do that. And they said, why not? They said, you don't want to hear us hum. We will be way out of any tune possible. And they, no, you just gotta hum. We said, okay, listen to us. And we both hummed for them. And they said, you walk across the stage silently, we'll have somebody off stage do the humming.
So this leads us into question number 3. If you've ever heard my dad sing, you can draw a part right now.
Have we heard him
Zayde,
sing?
can you sing for us?
Yes, sing.
Well,
When
he
have we
sang
heard
happy
him sing?
birthday. So,
He sings all the time, yeah.
yeah, and I've heard him pray. That's singing.
All right, I guess I'll draw another arm.
Cutter, you're a genius.
Allison, let's see the arms you got.
Maybe try to skip the elbows this time.
This one's better.
That one's better.
No hands yet, though. Waiting for her hands. He's saying hi, though.
And
Hi.
You got a few, oh, Randy, that looks great.
Mine looks
He's
I have
smiling in
muscles.
that one.
I have a muscle.
It looks great. All right, Larry, you gotta put something up.
All right.
Joshi, come here. Come here. Come
Roshana.
here.
This is panning out well.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Uh-oh, mommy's got pretzels.
Never have
Come
believed it.
here. Come here.
Who else we got here?
Come here. If you want pretzels, come over.
Yes. Cousins Joan and David mentioned last night that your 80th birthday is nigh, you young.
I do.
On behalf of the British people and all our former colonies, we wish to thank you for all your many efforts to enhance justice throughout the world. You are truly an extraordinary person and much loved and respected. We wish you a very happy birthday celebration and many more years of health and activism. Thank you for not giving up.
I took the train.
From the Queen.
There we go. That is Cousin Joni. Cousin Joni. Hey, Shoshi.
Hi, Shoshi.
Say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. She's busy with eating pretzels.
That's okay. Go ahead and eat pretzels. That's what Zayde would prefer to be doing too. Zayde, yes.
So,
Philadelphia soft.
Which reminds me, Larry and Beckett,
yes,
you're coming soon,
yes,
okay?
yes.
You have to put in your luggage some pretzels from the Philly pretzel store.
Pretzel factory.
I hope we don't
Please.
get stopped at customs.
Oh, Zadie, Gary
Please.
wanted to know if you got our cheese basket. Glad to know.
That's what I was throwing in the trash.
If you don't know Joan Rivett, she's my mom's and Mike Sands first cousin. Mike, whose daughter is she?
Morris and Ida's
I know, isn't it terrible?
Uncle Morris and Aunt Ida's daughter.
All right. Question number 23. This is actually a trivia question. I think this is the last of the trivia questions. If you know what mascot costume he wore in high school, you can draw a part. So let's see if you remember it, and then he'll tell you what it is. Does everyone have their answer for what mascot costume he wore in high school?
Crusader.
I can't remember.
I know you were a mascot.
All right, Dad, you want to give the answer?
I was the Southern Ram.
He was the South Philly Ram. There you go. If you knew he was the South Philly Ram.
I guessed Dole Banana, but I think I'm mixing up the stories.
I'm forever upset. There are no pictures of me as the Ram. Not in the yearbook, nowhere is there a picture of me as the Ram.
So we're going to
Now you're upset, or you're feigning upset.
We had a great Ram costume.
Question number 4, you can get up to 2 body parts for this one.
Okay.
If you can draw 1 body part for each of his weddings that you've attended.
Oh, I only attended one.
Two.
All right, I guess he gets the hand.
Either of his weddings.
I've got 2 hands now.
Drew the ears really terribly.
Run out. Done.
The ears are
All the
terrible.
parts.
but-
If you've run out of body parts to draw, you'll be able to do other embellishments too.
Beard,
I'm
2
done.
arms, 2 hands. All I need is feet.
Done.
I'm
All I
done.
need is feet, and feet don't matter.
Well, you can draw, Larry, you can draw like a beauty mark or an earring or whatever you want to add.
Whatever he wants.
Show him smoking weed.
some tats.
Yeah, me smoking
And if
weed.
you want to know what it looks like for him to be smoking weed, just ask Hannah and Allison. We learned earlier.
What?
All right, Larry, video?
Talk about stealing the, didn't you like try to, somebody steal the ram or something?
What?
Didn't somebody steal the ram or the ram's head or you? Or am I misremembering?
No, I mean, people threw stones at it.
You were dressed up?
I think you're thinking about the ceremony that Dad did with a goat's head and blood.
All right. Now, so here's, I'll put on the next video. Aaron and Cutter asked me if there were any international videos, and in fact, there is an international video.
There is.
There is an international video. Next to last one.
Oh, man.
Oh,
wow. Oh, gee.
That is
From
great.
Jerusalem. It's such a pleasure and an honor to be able to greet you on your 80th birthday. It's a wonderful milestone. Both Minda and I wish you many more healthy years. And keep in mind that in the Talmud it says that the age of 80, shmonim legvura. 80 is the age of strength. And so we wish you lots of strength and health and fulfillment and enjoyment. And we hope that the time will come that you'll come back to our house in Jerusalem. It was a wonderful visit when you came and had Shabbat dinner with us. And so be well and shalom and Yom Huledet Sameach. A happy birthday. Bye.
Rabbi Edward Snitkoff.
Go ahead, Alice.
Wow.
He was the rabbi at Chizuk for many years, and the first time we visited him in Israel, and I visited him in Israel a number of times. He left the rabbinate when he moved to Israel, and the people at Kibbutz Levi, where he lived then, didn't believe that he'd been a rabbi. And one of the things I had to try to convince the folks there at the kibbutz was that he had been my rabbi for years. He's now a tour guide in Jerusalem. And the last time I was there, Jill and I, he said, had dinner with him at his home in Jerusalem.
Hannah wants to cheers.
He was a tour guide for us when we went, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a really neat trip. Really nice guy.
So just 2 more chances left to draw body parts.
Oh, good. I only have 2 feet left.
Number 6. If he's ever cooked dinner for you, you could draw a piece.
Seder does count, Jer.
Yeah, if you've been at my place for a Seder, I've
I guess she's
cooked
off.
at least some of the dinner.
The Seders.
Check.
His legs are very short in my
I
picture.
got an earring.
Oh, look at those ears.
Is that a vampire? Are you throwing wings wings next?
No.
It looks like an elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has elfin
I drew
features.
one ear and it was kind of big, so I had to match them up.
All right, Larry, you want to show up? You have one more video?
I have one more video.
And then I have one more question. And then we'll just have mingling.
A roast.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. All right.
We can exchange
Another
pleasantries.
very, very special guest.
Give you a pretzel.
I think I know the only one that's left.
The fanatic.
What's up, Joe?
Fanatic the fanatic.
Hey,
Oh,
me,
jeez.
wish you a happy birthday. Man, I heard that y'all having a Zoom party right now and everybody's watching. Hello, everybody. I hope they putting a big smile on your face, man, because it's your day and everybody wanted to make sure that they put a big smile on it. So they told me nothing but great things about you, man. And hopefully one of these days we'll be celebrating again before I retire on Broad Street, having another parade so that we can, you know what I'm saying, go get us another ring, man. But
Hell
hope you
yeah.
have a great day and go Birds.
Go Birds.
That's neat.
In case you ever wonder
Oh,
what
yeah.
Brandon Graham's bedroom looked like, it's right there. Uh-oh, trying to stop the share.
How much
No.
money did all these videos cost?
All right, unshare me.
Looks like
friends. Not this one.
Brandon Graham is now a permanent part of this party.
Oh, here we go. I got it. Brandon Graham is off the street. All right. Who still needs like one or two more parts to their body? All right.
Anyone.
So
None.
You need four hand?
No, I need one. I need a hand.
Oh God, okay.
there's just one question left. This has worked out really well. If you've ever heard my dad swear, and I'm not talking like damn, I'm like talking about like dropping the F-bomb, something pretty serious. If you've ever heard of it, doesn't happen frequently. But if you've ever heard my father swear.
Unfortunately, there are people who shouldn't have heard me drop the F-bomb, who've heard me drop the F-bomb.
Nothing
And
left.
that was
Oh,
the
no.
final question. So let's hold up
I
our
didn't do too
pictures
well.
so Dad can do a
Zadie
little
never yelled
present.
at you, Cutter?
No, I'm a good child. What is Zadie's shirt saying?
Dad, what do you think?
It says something Rams because he
Oh,
was
it's
the
the-
Ram.
oh,
He
it's
was the
South
South
Philly
Philly Ram.
Insert in the yearbook a picture of the Ram. in the
This is tough.
Hannah, your Philly logo is real
How do
good.
I pick a winner without making a bunch of people unhappy?
I would
with
also
it?
like to-
My
No, I
birthday.
think Hannah wins.
Allison,
If everybody could also take a picture on their cell phone and text it to my dad, it would be nice for him to have.
Allison, I think you're right, Allison.
That Hannah's is the best.
I think Hannah wins.
Yeah.
That's because she's the first grandchild. That's biased.
Yes. It just means that she's the best artist, I
I'm the
guess.
favorite grandchild.
That's because she's had longer to learn.
It's also true.
Very nice, thank you for playing the game.
I gotta tell the F-bomb story from in front of Hannah
Who
and
gave Zadie the
Allison.
best elbows, though?
But we were in Jerusalem, and I'm driving a van with Hannah and Allison being fairly young at the time, and you know, obviously Van and I and David and Jill at the time, and we got lost in our part of Jerusalem.
Yes,
and it's getting late after dark on a Friday evening, and I have none of us have any idea where we are. And I decided the only thing to do is turn around. And so I pulled into this driveway to turn the van around. And I'm getting messages. I can feel them on my watch. I stopped pulled into this driveway to turn the van around. And I could not get the car. It was a shift, a gear shift. And I could not get that car out of that driveway.
Because the front wheels were hanging over a cliff.
Well, not quite, but they were very close to a cliff.
Oh my God.
In this poor guy's backyard in Arabi's Jerusalem. And I can't get it out. And I had everybody get out of the van, and I was cursing.
Was that before or after I threw up in the van?
That was before you threw up in the van, but you
Okay.
did throw up in the van another time.
On my lap.
And then he yelled at you after you threw up.
There was no way I was getting out of here. And then obviously, what's going to happen is the man whose home we're stuck in the backyard comes out. And, you know, the moral and nice part about this story is nicest guy you'd ever want to meet, you know.
You.
who suggested that I get out of the van.
Point.
And he got it out of his backyard. I tried to give him some money for helping us, which he obviously wouldn't take. But just, the nicest guy directed us in the right direction to get back in
And then
a safer part of Jerusalem.
over the course of the next few days, that van would break down 2 or 3 times.
That van
before it was
just
traded in.
continued to break down. In fact, once we got back on the road and we got to the Israeli part of Jerusalem, where you didn't want to be driving after dark on a Friday because it was an Orthodox section, it broke down again. It just broke down and wouldn't go. Everybody else got out of the van and caught a ride with a French truck driver. This is all true. With a French truck driver, who took them back to our hotel, where they then called the company, who had somebody meet me with the van so that I could get back. And then the next van, that's the one in which Allison threw up.
That's where I threw up on my lap.
That one broke down in
Haifa.
That broke down in Haifa.
As it broke down pulling into the rental car.
Yeah, it
place.
was right near a rental car place in Haifa. That broke down.
It broke down like maybe 20 feet away from the rental car place, and they said you need to pull it in, and you said no.
No, that was
That's where it is.
that was at the very end. There, I got it to the rental car place. They took us to Kibbutz Levi, which we were heading to. They brought another van to Levi the next day. That van broke down. When I finally took it back at the end of our stay, I left it in the middle of the street because I could not get it as far as the van place. And they said, you have to bring it here. And I said, you bring it here, it won't move.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
Come here.
This was amazing,
Come here.
absolutely amazing.
No, you
Happy
here.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Wow,
Dad,
happy birthday.
Wait, hold on a second. Dad, hold your ears for a second. Hold your ears for a second. Okay.
They're lighting the candles on the cake now. Can you hear me?
Who is this?
Yes, we can hear you.
A little
It's
louder.
coming from inside the house.
I'm holding my ears, but I have a pretty good idea what they're saying.
Are you gonna come say hi to my family?
He's even holding the ear that my mom thought fell off and was sewn back on.
David, I'll cue up the happy birthday.
My family.
So creepy.
Look, it's Becca.
What in God's name is going on over here?
Mary, it's better if we can see each other.
Okay. All right.
Damn. This is Coach Bedway.
End the share screen.
We could watch the Trump puppet again, but we don't have a half an hour.
I was just gonna play happy birthday.
All right, I assume,
Right.
I want you to know, what I assume is coming is a birthday cake, which I was not allowed to look at when it was picked up at the store, but I was required to pay for it.
Here we go. Here comes happy birthday
to you. Can you come sing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zayde. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
So you didn't make her look too good.
80 more years.
Your
So,
We all love you, Yuss.
Not enough candles.
Yes, Joel, Zayde, Dad.
The cake, for anyone who can't see it,
Yeah,
for
me
anyone
too.
who can't see it, the cake says, "We love you."
Right?
Yes.
I'm glad he was still
Joel,
alive.
Hey,
Zayde, Dad
All the
Studley.
way, all the candles burned out. Okay,
I got
sorry.
one.
Dan.
They do, they kept going.
Anyway, then we can give him a round of applause.
Zayde,
Yes, thank you, Elaine.
All right, the floor is open for anyone who wants to say any,
Are we roasting?
yes, you can roast Cutter.
Roast, roast, roast.
Go ahead, Cutter.
I'm gonna get yelled at, so no.
Go. All bets are off.
No, I was hoping someone was gonna step in. I was just suggesting the idea.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, if nobody else will say anything, I have no idea what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say something.
Beach.
Do it. Make a screen big.
I really, this was just wonderful. I have the most wonderful family. I really do. I'm not just saying that because you're all there and all listening, but Jill will tell you that I say this all the time.
Yes.
The relationship I have with all of my family, I am so pleased, so proud, so happy. It's just wonderful. I was thinking the other day, one of the things that happens when you get 80 is you can't remember names. You cannot remember anybody's name ever, but I just remembered the name I was looking for. The name I was looking for was Lou Gehrig. And you'll some of you at least will remember his speech about today I'm with reverberating in the background because he's in the stadium. You know, I feel like the luckiest man in the world. And I think of that and I feel that way because I feel that way. Not today, but very often because of how lucky I am to have all of you, to have all the family and the friends that I have. And you know, some of the things that I saw today, the people who had things to say, it just makes me feel wonderful, good, great. It's unbelievable. And you know, thanks everybody.
Well, I think it's mainly because you are such a special person and so kind and so loving and so caring about everybody. And, you know, the fact that you would take your granddaughters to a concert, which I didn't even know about, is amazing. It's just not that you needed my approval or anything, but the fact that, you know, you relate to everyone. And listening to you sometimes today, I flash back to Howard, and the two of you, I think, are kindred souls and beautiful people. And, you know, both gentlemen and both kind, the epitome of what
Mensch.
Mensch, and also the epitome of what men should be. I mean, not just men, but people should be, and caring about other people, putting other people ahead of your own feelings and well-being. And you're a role model. And, you know, not to get mushy, I'm mushy already, but not to get too over the top, but the fact that you're on my certificate, my Supreme Court certificate, I look at it and I think about you, and you are, it's WWJD, what would Joel do? And it's a you know, you're a role model and a guiding star, and I'm so blessed to have been part of this and for so many years and look forward to so many more years to come.
Thank you. There are two people when I think about it who are most responsible for my being who I am. Clearly one is my Uncle Howard, without a doubt. I have a sister who I love and I love dearly, and always have.
You never told us that.
But I didn't have a brother, and my Uncle Howard, who was only 7.5 years older than I am, was my big brother who took me everywhere, taught me how to play pinochle, took me to the Phillies games, who was just there for me when I needed things. And the other person was my father, who was just who was always there for everybody. There's one very simple story I keep telling about my father, but it just says who he is. In those days, as far as I was concerned, it was much more comfortable. It was nicer in many respects to have a two-door car. There were just nicer looking cars, some of them, the two-door cars, and he always had four-door car. And I remember saying to him, "They're nicer cars. Why don't you get, a two-door?" And he said, "I can't get a two-door." He said it would not be right, because he was responsible for taking Bubby and Zayde all over. He was responsible for my grandparents, and it would have been difficult for them to get. It wasn't his parents. It was my mother's parents. It was impossible very difficult for them to try to get into the back seat. And it was his loving duty. He didn't, feel being put out, but he had to have a car like that because they needed a car like that. That's just one example. I can remember being in the car with him taking some bloody person in the back because he had to rush him to the hospital. He had to literally run in the water to save a kid who was having a problem and got lost down the shore. There's just stories like that over and over again. I think he was upset that he didn't get to fight in the Second World War. I truly do. And, I know that he hated to see me go to Vietnam, but I know how proud he must have been that I went.
I have a story. Can I tell a story?
Of course.
Okay. Speaking of blood, and this was before we were married, or maybe not. It
I have
doesn't
no idea
matter.
what you're about to
It
tell.
doesn't matter.
I'm terrified as to what it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. We talked about doing anything for anyone. My dad was at a retirement home, Country Meadows, and he had been falling, and he fell and hit his head on the coffee table. Rick, you know all about this.
Oh.
And they had to rush him to the hospital. Well, I was driving to a meeting, and of course I turned around, I called Joel, and of course he just, I was going back home, and he dropped everything. We went to the hospital. Well, my dad, his scalp was a mess. It had really gouged in, and it was so painful. He had to have several stitches. And I just remember being in this big room. I was terrified for my dad. He was in so much pain. Joel sat next to him. He loved my dad. And he just held his hand, and the doctor had to stick this long needle of lidocaine in his head, so it wouldn't be as painful. And it just was horrible for him. He just sat there and held his hand. And I was in the corner. I was terrified for my dad, but this is how strong he was. And I just love him for it.
Yeah.
Yuss, can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I really appreciate that you stay in touch and call me all the time. I'm not very good at doing that, but I really appreciate it. And what makes me so happy about that is because Mom always said that we should stay in touch. She always said when she was living and I would talk to her and I'd say that you called me, she would say, good, you need to stay in touch. And you're the one that stays in touch. And I appreciate it. We have, I don't think we ever talked as much as we do as when you call me. And we talk about all kinds of things. And I always like when you call. So please continue to do that.
I have no intention of stopping, you can be sure.
I really enjoy it. Thank you.
You can be sure.
I just want to say I'm reading a terrific book here.
Oh.
It is, yes.
This book was one of the first things that Aileen read when we became a couple. Was I said you need to read the autobiography.
It's a great book. I mean, really.
It is a great
She started diving into it, going like, I need to talk to him. I need to talk to him about some things as a psychologist. There's some things that I need to discuss with him.
Andy, you're.
I am working on a revised edition.
When's the audiobook coming out?
I'll be darned if I'm going to talk through that whole thing. But I'm adding updates and adding things that I didn't remember at the time.
And we're casting the film.
At some point there'll be a revised edition, but it's not quite ready yet.
James Brolin.
Can I be a fact checker? Can I be a fact checker?
The boys insist that I got some things wrong.
Your dad wrote about 50 or 60 pages also that were fascinating about family history and playing stickball and this and that.
Yes.
Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read that recently, what he wrote.
Well, then you got 3 minutes left.
I got 3 minutes left. Just thank you. I obviously was very pleased that we were all going to get together in this way. But the whole thing was way beyond anything I could possibly have expected. And this was wonderful, magnificent, great. And thank all of you for coming and all of you who were here, but for parts of it, I will have to get a list to make sure I get back to everybody to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Birthday party. Thank you, everybody. Visit us in Panama.
Again, too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Zayde. We love you. We say happy birthday.
Love you all.
Happy birthday. She's stuffing her face with chicken.
Shoshi, we love you.
Bye, Shoshi.
We love you.
Bye. Can you say bye?
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Oh, bye, Shoshi. We love you. Oh.
David, stay on for a minute. David.
We'll keep
Yeah.
on.
Huh?
We don't
So we're
talk
done.
about it.
David.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I was saying something, but I have no
I
idea.
don't know. Nobody's being kicked off, so. Larry, you did a good job.
Thanks.
Excellent.
It was wonderful. It was like perfect.
Dad, while we're on, do you want to open up your present from us? Or
Oh, yeah.
down there, or
Yes.
you want to wait till
Yeah.
tomorrow? Or
It's behind me somewhere. Here it is.
And then we're having homemade crab cakes.
bye, Murray.
Hey, Murray.
I think that,
By the way, before you open that, hold on one second.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Wait, hold on one sec.
Dad, hold on.
I was going to ship your cutout down, but it would have cost about $60 extra. So I'll just bring it.
Okay. Can
You're
you
gonna
get
bring
it?
it?
Did you get it a seat?
Yeah, I can get it. I'll have,
Can you bring it?
I'll have a virtual seat.
Simply no counting the lives you've touched during your 80 years, and there's no measuring how happy so many of us feel to be celebrating with you today. A very similar kind of thing, just
Ours is a little bit nicer. A
a
little bit nicer.
very similar card, and
It's beautiful.
it's just beautiful.
Ours was slightly more complimentary, I would say.
All right, I should open
No,
this,
open the other one first. Open the
the other one first.
They're somewhat related. Not totally, but somewhat.
Oh, Sadie West.
That's the name of the guy that the Flyers
Yes.
drafted.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Name.
The actual name of the flyer.
Wow,
That
that
is-
is
that is-
great.
that is-
The actual name of the guy that the Flyers drafted.
What? What?
Show the name on the camera. The Flyers' 4th round draft pick is literally named Zayde Wisdom.
That's crazy.
That's his actual first name and last name. So he's not in the NHL yet, but we're rooting for him. Zayde Wisdom.
That is funny.
Yeah.
And
And
he's
the 5th round pick was the 5th round pick's actual name, Bubby Doody.
Zayde Wisdom is black, and I don't think he's Jewish.
Who knows?
If he's not Jewish, God's not Jewish, right?
Flyers in Seattle Kraken. One ticket to the Flyers inaugural season, Seattle, Washington, date to be determined.
Oh.
He's going to Seattle.
Wow.
So
We don't know when?
the ticket is not all expenses paid, but the entry to the game is paid. It will be
That's
paid.
wonderful.
Well, we don't know when.
Well, it's next season. It's not this season.
Oh, okay.
They're not even going. It's just one ticket.
Have fun.
Going by yourself.
By myself.
It is next year.
Okay, you'll,
Yes. We'll find out when the game is.
Lady Wisdom.
All right.
this has to go up with my stuff.
Well, that's wearable, but it's custom, so you can wear it.
Yeah, I will wear it. It's not, it should be seen, it should certainly be seen.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you in a couple.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having this wonderful.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hi, Joel. This is your friend, Buzzy Barron, 50 years later. How do you like the backdrop? Took it off the wall, brought it here to share with you as we go down memory lane. Welcome to your 80s. I highly recommend them. As they say, it's better than the alternative. It's been particularly good since I retired from full-time teaching at BC Law School back in 2010. Got plenty of time for hobbies now. And particularly since we live by the seaside, plenty of time for sailing and spotty surfing and fishing and things like that. So I highly recommend retirement. Come visit us. I just got my second COVID shot on Thursday. My wife, Diane, I think you know that Irma died back in 1985 at the incredibly young age of 48 from breast cancer. But I've been married since a couple of years, a few years after that. And my wife, Diane, will be getting her second shot in just about a week's time. So we can look forward to getting together, and I hope we'll do that. The only drawback of my increasing age is that I have lost a good deal of mental acuity, particularly in the memory department. But a tonic for all that was when your son got in touch with me, mentioned your name, and said you were having your 80th birthday party, which was hard for me to believe. And so a flood of memories came back to me, particularly names of people associated with the two of us in years past. It was so much of a tonic that I was really able to remember a lot of names, and for the most part, ones which it brought me a lot of happiness to remember. So it was good for my mental acuity. And so I decided to put together a little mental acuity test for you, which I'm sending along with this video. You can play with it and see how many of these people you can remember, how many adventures or connections you can share with other people at your party having to do with them. And then give me a call, will you? Or FaceTime or Zoom or one of those things. Anyway, Joel, just terrific to be in touch with you. I hope we're not going to let the matter drop after this. Happy birthday.